Okay, and I think we're live. Or not live. We're recording.
Gotcha.
Thanks to modern technology, or lack thereof, I guess, we were unable to stream this event. So
Why
uh,
is
this is being recorded, hopefully, and will be posted probably on our YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, later. I don't know if I can get it on Twitch at this point. Um, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. This kind of was a spur of the moment thing that happened through the wonders of Twitter. And somebody,
Honestly, it's all thanks to Anthony. He was
um
the one that replied to my tweet saying, "Yeah, let's do it."
and it's an actual miracle that I even saw it because I follow a lot of people. I see a lot of things on Twitter. I post a lot, and I just managed to catch this one just at the right time. And
yep.
I volunteered, and in my usual panicky way, I not entirely sure what I'm getting myself into, but I'll figure it out as I go.
And we
Um,
appreciate you for it.
oh, and like I've mentioned, my ultimate goal is to do this on a regular basis. Um, we'll see what happens. So I hope I don't disappoint. So I'd like
Sure.
to turn over now to brief character introductions from everybody. Let's go in the order that you guys appear on Roll20, at least on my view, from left to right. So, Leah?
Oh god. Okay. Okay. So I am Inara. I am um a little. She's not little. She's about 5'6". She's a 5'6" tiefling. She's gray. She has raven black hair. She's wearing kind of like a witchy dress with a pretty decently decorated witch hat with the symbol of her god, which is uh,
It's not that critical, but you can look it
yeah,
up later.
which is some sort of god. And she's pretty. Uh, she looks super happy, and she looks pretty excited about everything.
And
Generally,
you're a was it a divine soul?
I am a divine soul sorcerer.
Okay. All right. Uh Tony?
That would be me. I am playing Maris, a tiefling warlock of the Archfey, and I will get into descriptions later because it's a little fun there. I'd like to keep that in game, so
Okay.
that's the fun part.
All right. Uh Tanner?
That would be me. I am playing Devour, a half orc barbarian. She's about 6'5", wearing very ragged clothes, and she has blood tattooed on the sides of her lips and on the tips of her fingers, and just spattered about on her face and her body. But a lot of that's covered by very ragged clothing. And yeah, I think that's about her for
Okay.
right now.
And to add further confusion, we have David. We have two Davids on here, so this should be interesting.
Hey, how's it going? I'm playing Darius, who is a human ranger, and I honestly didn't think I'd have to introduce my character,
You
but
It's up to you. It's up to you,
no,
really. I mean,
it's
Human
good.
Ranger is enough, but whatever you want to elaborate on, that's up to you.
He's just a guy that's like, oh, this is a job, I can do that. That's basically what his motivation is, and I'll flesh him out a lot more during the game.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you all. So let's get started. So, a little background. I'll read verbatim the introduction. For almost a century, the city of Galena has hosted a grand convention of magic every 10 years, inviting everyone from apprentices to the most powerful of wizards of the region to attend and share their knowledge and experience amongst other practitioners of the arcane arts. It also hosts organized conferences, including a much anticipated keynote by a local legend, and training sessions to teach inexperienced wizards how to control more powerful magics, as well as exhibitions for those who fear magic to educate them that magic can be used for good. 10 years ago, there was an unfortunate series of incidents at the festival. a chain of events that caused so much chaos during the convention that organizers were unwilling to host it ever again. But after the insistence of members of the city council, the organizers agreed to host the convention within the city limits again. So, this, the city of Galena, now your association with whether you're residents of the city or not, that's up to you. I don't know if you guys want to make yourselves locals or visitors from out of town, whether you know each other or not. I don't know how you all feel about that. Do you?
I think.
Do you guys more or less know? I'm gonna for now, since the one
I think
shot.
we would be better at just knowing one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it
makes
easier
sense.
for you to start it.
Yeah.
So
So we're gonna be from out of town though, or?
it's out of town, in town. It's entirely up to you. Doesn't really. I don't think it impacts much. So the city council, the person that's been. Oh, I just realized my lead character is the same name as your character, David.
My bad.
Well, let's go with that. So yeah, the head of the city council is a guy named Darius.
There's two of everything.
Yeah, there's two of everything. It's just
Two
like what
Darius,
happened.
two Darius? This was unplanned.
This is documented. This is a published adventure. I'm not making this up. All right. Darius Atreyan. He's one of the senior members of the city council. So he was. He's been pushing to try to get this again. He says it's good for business to the city or whatnot. And he has asked to hire. He doesn't like using the term mercenaries. More like people to maintain order. Rent-a-cops, if you will, to just go around the festival and just keep an eye on things. So you guys start off at the city hall, if you will, where it's a 2-day festival, and the festival you're like a few hours right before the festival, and you're all gathered in the city hall with Darius, with a couple of other rent-a-cops. I use the term rent-a-cop loosely, and there are actual city guards that are much more intimidating and more more armored and carrying halberds, and those are for serious confrontations that they do not expect. So
People who could definitely take us down if we tried.
yes, if violent action is to ensue, these are the ones that would charge in. These are the SWATs, if you will. But you guys just are intended to just, if something gets out of hand, you guys go deal with it, so on and so forth. It's, really tame stuff.
So
and-
get overboard that I have a sword on my head.
It's in this day and age, he understands that adventurers need jobs too.
Gotcha.
So, they will pay you reasonably well for your services. I'm not going to bother with the numbers because whatever. We'll figure that out later. So, so that's it. So right now you're at a few hours before the festival is scheduled to begin. The people are starting to arrive into the city, and Darius gathers all, and he's like, "Okay, this is what you guys need to do. We will, as we get incident reports, we will let you guys know. You guys investigate and try to deal with it with as little damage as possible."
Roger Dodger.
So, does anybody have any questions? This is in character, please.
Inara's gonna look at Devour and see if she has any questions.
Devour's just going to shake her head.
I'm
Okay.
gonna raise my hand
I'm good.
and ask what type of trouble are we maybe on the lookout for?
Well, it should be just general disorderly stuff. I mean, nothing excessive. Sometimes, you know, silly stuff. Wizard has too much to drink. Um, you know, some fights break out, and it's not like you know, when wizards fight, they could get a little collateral damage could get involved. It's usually nothing lethal, but you know, property damage does carry a big price, and most of the people that attend this convention really can't afford, you know, a lot of collateral damage.
Understand.
And we have a keynote tomorrow night by a local wizard by the name of Rezik that you know, that a lot of people will be attending that. So it's just maintaining security, make sure there aren't any thieves because you know, pickpockets are pretty common around here. You know, that sort of thing. Just walk around, maintain order.
Gotcha.
Now,
Mr. Darius, question:
mhm.
Yes. I'm
Our
joking.
means of force here. How far can we take this? Like, if
Uh,
someone's unruly, can I am I able to citizens arrest this man, or am I just like
if it
verbal negotiations here?
verbal negotiations would be greatly appreciated. If it does escalate to violent action, we suggest you try not to engage, and if you have to call on the city guard to do that, then so be it, and they will act accordingly.
So violence is not off the table. Got it. Thank you.
I didn't quite say that, but okay, just
I got you.
just
No
don't
worries, sir. I got you.
don't kill anyone, okay? Just, you know, we've put a lot of time and money into this festival. We'd like to do it again. It's good for business. Just don't kill anyone.
All right,
No
I got
killing.
you, fellow
Nailed it.
Darius, as I
Okay.
give him a wink.
Now, he hands you a stone that's about I'd say about 3 inches in diameter, and he says, if you need, while you're doing your patrols, if any incidents do come up, you can use this stone to send us a message. It's a sending stone.
Inara just like moves people out of the way so she can like take it and like look at it, and she's like,
It's a sending stone. You can use it 3 times per day, and you can send a message of up to 25 characters directly to Darius, and Darius will respond with up to 25, not 25 characters, 25 words, and Darius will respond with 25 words. So,
Does the standing stone seem fragile at all?
are you
Sorry,
asking
out of
this, or are
character
you like?
question. Out of character.
It's it's a magical stone. I mean, it really, you know, everything's fragile if you try hard enough.
So if I were to like toss it like an apple, it wouldn't like make Darius jump.
Wait, me, Darius?
he would be moderately uncomfortable. Yes, I mean
Perfect.
it's not a cheap thing, and we would like it back.
Marius makes one little toss up, not very high, but just enough to make it unsettle everybody.
Okay,
And
he's very dapper. He's very composed, but so he's not trying to. You can. He's like, okay, just go.
Aye, Captain.
when you throw up the stone, Inara visibly just like cringes, and she's like, oh, please.
Devour is just in a corner, kind of. Okay.
All right, just
Inara turns
just
to
for
Devour,
now,
and she
just
goes,
for now.
"Remember?" Okay.
For now, just do the rounds, walk the main square, and just if anything happens, let us know.
Okay.
Marius gives a salute and walks out in like a goose step sort of march.
Okay.
And I follow suit.
As
Devour looks at both of them doing this and just salutes as well and walks out with them.
as you guys start to walk out, a messenger comes in, blows right by you, straight to Darius.
I stop immediately.
I'm like, this is the Darius you're looking for right here.
He exchanges a few words, and Darius kind of you can even at the distance that you're at, you can sense the audible sigh. He's like, all right, well, so time for, there's an issue at the tavern. Let me see if the tavern has a name. Pretty sure the tavern has a name.
He's talking to us at the moment, right?
Yes. Well, you were already walking away, so.
So like whoever's
Uh,
left is. So like Anora's there basically. Everyone else left. She's just gonna catch up and be like, hey.
Okay, the tavern doesn't have a name, so you can make up whatever name you want. The local tavern, let's say the nearby tavern, already has a report of disturbance. Apparently, somebody's already getting unruly. So just on your way to the main square, stop by there and see what's up.
Okay, I'll let the others know.
Okay.
And I quickly catch up with the rest of the group, and we have to go to the tavern.
The minute I hear tavern, I turn around and I start marching towards the tavern,
All right.
excitedly with a big smile across my face.
The messenger does head out, and he kind of points you in the general direction of the tavern.
I
So
real quick grab Maris and point him in the actual direction of the tavern because he was going the wrong way.
I like it. That would be proper.
all right. As you approach the tavern, let me. I hope this works. Hold on. Bear with me a second. Okay. Let's see if this works.
Oh jeez.
Hello.
Okay. Hopefully you guys see nothing but a big black room,
Yep.
and that
Yeah.
you are not looking at Twitch. Actually, it's
No.
not on Twitch. That's right. Haha. Sweet. Alright.
There's a guy outside.
Yes, there's a guy outside. Standing outside is this very stout, very hefty-looking human guy. He's dressed like a cook, and he's pacing around nervously, looking around looking around.
Maris walks up next to him and like tries to match his energy and looks around for what he's looking for.
Real quick, out of character. Are we supposed to have our
Oh yeah,
little tokens there?
I suppose I should add you guys in. How do I do that? Let's see if this works. Oh, hey, that
Hey,
works.
there we go. Hello. I'm gonna put myself there.
I don't know why they're not snapping to a location, but okay.
They do once we move them.
Okay.
Place myself like right there, facing the same direction.
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm not like,
Stop
like blocking him. Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to keep that straight? Sorry, I was doing it like the direction I'm facing, but I'll keep it straight if that's what you want.
Oh my god.
Okay, who's addressing him first?
I won't. I'm just gonna like literally, I'm not mocking him, but I'm like looking around trying to figure out what he's looking for.
Okay.
I'll go up to him and I'll be like, Darius will say, "Hello, sir. We heard there was an issue at the tavern. Do you know anything about that?"
Are you with the console?
Yes, yes, you are.
Absolutely, and I
I didn't
salute
know
him.
the answer for
Okay.
a second, so thank God someone else jumped
Okay.
in.
Get in there and deal with it. It's wrecking my bar.
It, sir?
Oh,
Just-
oh, okay.
Just as he says that, you can hear like a ruckus from inside the bar.
Sounds like a party, and I turn around and walk in.
Okay. You just walk straight in?
Yeah, I have no recollection of like safety. Just
Okay.
straight in.
Who are you? You're
Maris.
He's the red.
he's a red guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put you about there.
Perfect. Like
Okay.
right inside of the
So
door.
you
I'll
like-
follow him in, but cautiously.
So the
when
door.
I step in, I want to stop and like inhale, like I've walked home. I'm like,
Okay,
"Ah!"
but like you're like blowing the doors open and walking in.
Yep,
Okay. All right.
the sheriff's in town, boys.
So you stride. You
Step right.
blow the double doors in. Blow the double doors in. Stride right in, and I'm gonna need a dex save right out of the gate.
Woo! I love it. Dex, you said save?
Yes.
Buenos. Dex save. Ooh. That's a 5.
Okay.
If you asked for a dex save, what dice would that be? As in
D20.
That's a D20, and you add your
Gotcha.
dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Alright,
Okay.
I just wanted to know which dice.
So hopefully you'll be able to see this.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So you are. I'm gonna. Right now, Maris is the only one inside because he got greeted with a chair.
Yes.
Uh, basically, this chair comes flying at you from the left side, and you take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Smacked.
Now, by what you can see, I'll get to everything. Now I gotta change one thing. But what does catch your attention? Why won't this let me grab this thing? Why won't this? Oh, there we go. What does grab your attention is on the rightmost, I guess to your left, the leftmost table, the one nearest the right side of the map. Splattered all over, covering the entire table, is
Oh,
a
jeez.
large red octopus. It's very alive. It's flailing around frantically. It's like grabbing it. Basically, grabbed a chair that was sitting at the table and just hurled it in your general direction. And yeah, so it's just a very large octopus.
The first thing I do is I go, "Holy shit, Maris, are you okay?"
It's the start of a party, dude. As I'm like getting back up out of the wreckage of the chair,
Are
wiping a
you
little bit of
sure?
blood off my cheek.
Are you healing?
Dude, I think your nose is broken.
It was one
Devour
hit
is
point.
just
So
going to laugh.
I'm like super dramatic about it.
Maris is gonna just immediately not like pulling his daggers out to attack, but like pulls them out, flips them so that they're blades in his hands with like the ends pointing up, and he's just gonna like smile and like almost like Joker intimidate the octopus, like hit me again, do it, I dare you. Like he's taunting this octopus to fight him.
Can't wait for another
Now-
Nara's just gonna like peek inside the door and see the octopus. She's gonna like go back outside.
Am I by a window?
There's an octopus.
there you can't clearly see through the window. There are blinds.
Gotcha.
And Maris, you do see like at the far end of the room, like on the opposite side of the bar, you can see a couple of heads like peeking out over the bar.
Do
Just-
they look like this like freaked out and they're like hiding? So that they
yeah,
don't take
they're
pictures?
basically cowering behind the bar, and there's no one else in the room.
Can I run across like Dukes of Hazzard across the bar and like stand between them and the octopus?
Let me see. Well, I
Or
may have
just,
to.
like, as-
I think I'm gonna have to ask for initiative at this point
Ooh.
because I have reach.
Oh wow! I got fast.
Devour at this point is going to tap Inara on the shoulder while she's holding her very large cleaver and just ask, "Fight."
Ooh.
Possibly, yes. Yes, more than likely.
Devour just gets a big smile across her face.
Are we all rolling initiative at this point, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I rolled a
that's-
natural 20, and that's +1.
Who's that?
that's
Maris.
Tony. Yeah.
Tony, Maris.
Okay,
Okay.
you're lucky.
I-
You're lucky because the octopus rolled a 19.
I rolled an 18.
Darius rolled a 10.
Devour has 18 as well.
I'm gonna guess your dex is higher.
Yes,
Okay.
14 dex.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I might as well roll for the civilians. Okay, civilians are at 11. Okay. So, Maris, you do actually get to go first.
Sweet. I want to get as far as I can, like between the people cowering behind the bar and the octopus.
Okay,
Um,
where are you
so-
going? Which route are you taking?
I will go like around the table there, and
Okay.
then down this way.
Okay.
That's 30 feet straight. So if I get
You can probably get to the bar.
so like right there.
Yeah. If you want to double move, then you can go over.
Yeah, let's double move.
Okay.
And then I'll just make that my turn to get myself between them and the octopus.
Okay. How fancy do you want to do jumping over the bar?
Dukes of Hazzard style, just slide over and like
Well, then give me an acrobatics check.
Oh,
acrobatics.
I asked.
Dude, Yeah.
It's a 6, so
Oh,
it's not awful, but
dear
it's
Lord.
not great.
Okay, you kind of flop over the opposite end of the bar.
Parkour.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Am I
say
able
you're.
to
I'm
at
gonna
least
say you're
stand up or-
prone. Why can't I?
Oh, I meant to do that as he hits
And
his
I
face on the
cannot. Oh, there we go. And I'm gonna say you're prone. Well, god damn it, I can't. Wrong button. I don't know what good icon it is for prone.
Oh, there's a whole back room. I didn't even see that.
Let's go with that one. Minus the arrows, but it'll do.
Perfect.
Okay, so you are prone. Whoops.
Yep.
Shit.
Splayed out and just grunting. I meant to do that as I'm like face first in the wood floor.
Okay, so right now the octopus does not have any targets, so it just basically flails around some more. You can tell its tentacles have quite a fair reach. So he's basically he's able to grab chairs from the next table, sort of thing. But I guess that's it for the octopus. So Devour.
Devour is going to run up as close as she can get and just. I don't think she'd be able to hit from that distance, would she?
Yeah, it's a large creature.
Okay, so she's going to just do like a jumping
Okay.
and try to.
All right. Give me an attack roll then.
That would be a 3.
Jesus, you guys and your rolls. Shit.
I can be on top of initiative, but I can't do anything.
Wait, that's an 8. I forgot to add my hit.
That's still not no matter. It has a very low
Still
armor
not
class,
great.
but that's still not enough. Are you two-handed wielding or?
Two-handed wielding. Yes.
Well, it's a two-handed weapon. You're not dual wielding.
No.
Okay. So yeah, okay. Well, you basically you cleave down and you grab a piece of you basically carve off a piece of the table, but you don't come anywhere near the octopus. Inara.
Inara is going to peek into the doorway, and she's going to point at it, and she's going to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna move you into the doorway.
oh yeah, she's just going to peek into the doorway a little bit, so that she can quickly run out if she needs to. Because I have 6 health points.
I just noticed this thing has way too many hit points.
Nothing like a challenge right off the bat, right?
So she's going to roll a 17 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Okay, and so 1d10. 8 points of damage.
The firebolt strikes it, and it seems somewhat unusual that the octopus seems like it absorbed most of it. But it did do some damage.
She's like, okay. Well, that didn't work. And she's just gonna, out of the door.
Take a step back, or?
Yeah, she's gonna take a step back outside the door.
Okay. Alright.
She's very squishy. I have an 11 armor class.
Well, so does the octopus, for that matter, so. Alright, the civilians don't really do anything. They're still cowering behind the counter.
Never fear, I am here.
Darius.
He says into the ground.
Hey, it's me. So I had a character question real quick.
Mhm.
My longbow, it says the range is 150, but it doesn't specify feet.
That's
Am I
feet.
assuming that's feet?
That's feet,
Okay.
yes.
I just
Everything
wanted to make
is
sure.
feet.
So I kind of want to do a thing where I'm going here and then up and around here, and I think it's 23 feet. Is that all good?
Yeah, you can. I'll allow
Or,
it.
23-ish.
Okay.
It's gonna be 5. And then from here, I'd like to shoot the octopus with my longbow.
Okay.
So that is gonna be a 1. It says 1d8 plus 3. Is that?
First, you
No,
make
you
you
roll
make
a
an attack roll.
d20.
You make an attack roll. So you roll a d20.
Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha. Fuck! I rolled a 1.
That one. First, not one.
Woo, we're hitting all the sides tonight.
Jesus
Shit.
Christ. This is not supposed to be a lethal adventure. This is supposed to be an introductory,
We're all gonna die. Then
kid friendly, and you're not gonna make it past the first encounter. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Okay, well that went wide. Okay, do you have anything like Hunter's Mark or anything as a ranger? Do you know? You have no idea.
I
It's
don't think so.
it's
Do
a
you want me
spell
to
you
check
don't
through?
get.
You don't get that till like 3rd level, right?
Gotcha.
Okay.
I have I'm just looking through the character sheet. I
Your
don't see it.
favorite enemy or elementals? Which?
Me?
Yeah.
Or my favorite enemies?
Your
are
favorite
elementals?
element. Your favorite enemies are elementals. That's all I know. Okay.
Okay.
Maris.
Oh man, I'm back up. So I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, that's half your move.
That's half my movement, right?
Yeah.
I am going. Oh shoot! Now I have all the options. You know what? As a warlock, I'm going to Eldritch Blast this fun guy.
All right.
Give him a little tickle here. So that's just straight attack, right?
Yes.
That's a 15.
That does hit.
Boom! Let's do a 1d10 cantrip because that's a warlock. Dice going everywhere. That's 8 points of damage.
Damn.
Boom!
All right. The octopus surely felt that.
And Maris just kind of like grins and gives him a wink.
So,
No.
as the impact hits the octopus, you can see the octopus kind of, it noticeably injured it. It begins to like shake a bit, and then the octopus bursts into flames.
Oh.
So now this octopus is apparently on fire, and it does not seem to be phasing it.
Good thing I'm a tiefling. He can't do
We
anything.
need the water spell.
I think I'll egg him on a little bit more. Just be like, "Come at me!"
Well, now he's gonna try to grab the barbarian in front of him.
Oh.
By the way, barbarian, did you rage?
No, she's not raging.
Okay. And that is a 17 on the die.
That hits.
What happens here? So you take 4 bludgeoning damage. You take 1 fire damage. So that's 5 total.
Okay.
And you are grappled.
Understandable.
Now, you are now being held by an octopus that is on fire.
Sorry.
And while I'm at it, it's gonna hurl a chair at Maris. And that's a 2 on the die. So it
That does not hit.
yeah, it basically another chair smashes into the wall next to you.
Oh shit!
And that's it for the octopus.
All right.
Mr. DM, can I ask to have my prone removed?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. So I don't forget that I stood up.
There you go.
Thank you.
So now there's a flaming octopus.
Words I never thought I'd hear.
Is it Devour's turn now?
It is Devour's turn. Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh, so
Uh,
at the top of your turn, you take 2 additional fire damage.
all right. And she's getting pretty upset, so she is going to rage,
Okay.
and she's going to try her best to just get out of that grapple.
Okay, that would be an athletics ability check. That's an action.
Athletics. That is a
Oh, you get advantage since you're raging.
perfect. That would be a 10
Total?
total.
Okay. You are still held.
Did not roll well for either one of those.
Fight them, Devour, please!
How surprising. Okay. So yeah, you're still held, and that concludes your turn. Leah.
Inara's gonna walk, like, come back into the doorway a little bit, and she's gonna see that that Devourer has help, and she's gonna go, that's not good. She's just gonna cast Firebolt again.
Okay.
And that is a 24.
Oh yeah. It's resistant to fire damage, so it'll do half damage.
Okay. Good thing I rolled a 10.
Sweet.
So that's five fire damage.
All right. It is almost bloodied, I guess. Civilians. Civilians are still cowering behind the desk.
Oh, and she's gonna be like, Devourer, are you okay?
How is Devour?
She's not looking good.
Okay. Darius.
All right. So for reference, who has the Sending Stone?
I do.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I knew that. And then Darius immediately goes, "Ah, must have been my footing," as to his last shot being garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So he moves one over, and then did any of the civilians see my last shot?
Nope.
So I yell out, "Hey, check this out, boys!" And I shoot him with my longbow.
Okay.
And I rolled another one. So
Oh my
let me-
god.
is that true? Let me double check that. Yeah, I rolled another one. So
Are you the one using this online app?
yeah, I think I need to.
Stop doing that. Yeah.
I'm gonna use Roll20. now.
Okay. You want to re-roll your attack with Roll20 because two
Yeah.
natural ones. I'll give you the benefit of
So-
the doubt.
Real quick, rewind. I go, "Hey, civvies, check this out," and I roll a d20, and I roll a 4.
Okay. Plus.
Much better.
Plus. What's your attack
Plus-
bonus?
My attack bonus is.
I think
where
it's probably a 5, so it's not enough.
Oh yeah, sorry, 5.
Okay.
So 9.
Okay, that's not enough. All right. Maris.
Oh man. He's gonna
Just
just hold his composure after watching Darius in this twice.
The hit DC is the attack bonus, right?
I'm sorry?
On the character sheet, the hit DC, that's the +5. That's the
Yes.
attack bonus.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Maris is going to. Let me measure this out. Make sure I can do this. Yeah, I'm gonna. Maris is going to move so to the end of the bar here, and then up. So that's 30 feet using my
Mhm.
movement,
Okay.
and then with I can use my attack now, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, your action.
My action, yep. I'm going to use 2 weapon fighting, and with my first dagger, I'm going to try to hack at the octopus arm holding Devour.
Okay.
And then with my offhand, I'm going to do it in the same spot with my other dagger.
Okay. So yeah, let's do 2 attack rolls then, one at a time.
Perfect. First one, we are doing a 19 plus 3, so 22.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and give me
Nice.
damage on that one.
There's my d4, it's hiding. 3 plus 1, so 4.
Okay.
And then on the second hand, now if it's my offhand, do I have to do it at a disadvantage?
No.
No,
It's just you
perfect.
don't add your ability modifier to the damage.
Perfect. Then it's an 18
Okay, that hits as well.
hits, and that's a 4 plus 1, so 5.
Wow. So what is that? 9 total?
9 total.
Mhm.
Okay. So you managed to carve through the tentacle that's holding Devour.
Yes.
So and the tentacle just flops to the ground. Still
I'll
on
make it so you
still
can
on
do that
fire.
I'll remember that.
And Devour is now free.
Yes.
I
Now-
say to Devour, please kill this motherfucker.
now it's the octopus's turn.
Ah, shit.
And the octopus tries to attack Devour with the tentacle that is now shorter, and misses with a 3. And Maris, 16.
16 will hit.
Okay.
I am oh no, I can't think of the words.
Resistant.
Resistant to fire. Yes.
Okay. You do take 4 bludgeoning
4 bludgeoning. Holy cow.
and 1 fire. So, for argument's sake, I'm gonna say you didn't take any fire damage.
Just say it feels like a sauna in here.
Yeah, it is noticeably warm, but it doesn't damage you. And now you are grappled.
Yes, that's always what I wanted.
And at the top, as was the case with Devar, at the top of your turn, you will take some fire damage if you are still held. Devour.
Devour is just going to take a mad swing for the center of this thing.
Okay.
And that is a 4 plus 5. So.
Jesus Christ, guys. I'm just gonna start deleting hit points from this thing just for argument's sake.
We're gonna be here 4 hours fighting an octopus.
You humiliate yourself so much that the octopus dies.
We did it!
Reverse vicious
We
knockout.
saved the day!
All right, Leah.
Inara's gonna see that, and she's gonna see Marius. Was it
Maris.
Oh yeah.
Marius
that's me.
gets taken up by the octopus, and she's gonna run over there, and she's gonna touch the tentacle, and she's gonna cast inflict wounds.
Okay. So where are you running?
My bad.
Like let's
sorry,
say there.
No, she's running over here, like to him.
Okay.
She's-
Oh, Jesus, guys.
And she's
All right.
gonna touch the tentacle, and she's gonna cast inflict wounds,
Okay.
and that's gonna be a 16 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay, and
That's a crap load of damage. That's a crap load of damage, isn't it?
3d10.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Go ahead.
Maris smiles at her and says, "This is moving real fast, and this is kind of kinky, but let's wait a little bit."
Okay, so 9 and 9 is 18, plus 5 is 23.
That is enough. So you touch the tentacle and the octopus.
Necrotic damage, sorry.
Yeah. The octopus. If an octopus can scream, it's doing that,
It's like
and it's flailing around, man, frantically, and then all the movement just stops. The tentacle around Maris's waist goes numb and just collapses, and the octopus just deflates and collapses into this mass of octopus stuff all over the table.
As in,
And
like, it's dead.
yes.
Ooh.
Well, I really hope the tavern owner likes calamari.
I wrap Inara in a hug and just like, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you," and then
She's like,
like,
yeah.
stand up
She's
and
like, please don't be that.
straighten myself out.
I go, we all did equal parts damage. I'm proud of us, team.
So the civilians behind the bar are like still kind of like looking over, and they're still afraid to move.
It's good. Everything's okay. I think it's dead. I think we're good. Thank you.
I'm gonna saunter back behind the bar with them, like
Mhm.
up here,
All right.
and then just kind of like offer a handout, like,
They very hesitantly, reach out and they grab your hand.
and then like preschoolers, I'm just gonna like guide them out from behind the bar,
Okay.
all hands linked, and we're just gonna walk out, like out of the bar, out this way.
Okay. So you take them all. So you take them all outside. The bar. The owner is still standing outside. He's like, "Did you take care of that thing?"
I shrug and just kind of give him a half, kind of, and turn
Okay.
around and walk back in.
He comes in. He comes in with you, and he's like, "Okay, what am I supposed to do with that thing now?
Well, you could
This is-
probably cook it.
This we Okay.
devour
I'm
upon
gonna-
hearing a suggestion to cook it.
Some
I'm
reaching
sandwiches
down.
would be
Sit at
pretty
the bar.
nice. I kind of can I move while you guys talk, just as my character.
Sure, sure.
moving?
No, you're out of initiative order. You guys can move at will.
Okay, so I'm gonna head over here. I'm gonna head next to Maris. I forgot your name. Can I whisper to him real quick without anyone hearing?
Uh huh.
Or like I'm fine if you know.
Yeah.
In the vicinity, are the civilians gone?
Yeah, the
Like,
civilians
just for
are.
reference? Okay, so I lean in real close. I'm like, hey Maris, listen. I noticed there's a back door here. What do you say one of us goes talk to the owner outside for a second, and the other one takes a peek in there, see what's back there? Maybe the monster came from there. Who knows? We got to be sure. Am I right?
You see Maris like roll the thought around in his head. He doesn't say anything, but he straightens up at the bar and calls to the bartender. Can we get a round of drinks?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Aren't you guys supposed to be on duty? Oh, well, whatever. Okay. I won't tell anyone. Fine.
One drink ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna pull 2 gold out and just kind of set it on the counter as a here's where I'll start,
Okay.
so that he sees that I'm gonna pay for it. I'm not expecting to be.
No. A round of drinks for killing that thing is fine. You don't have to pay for that.
Oh, I appreciate it, my friend, and I don't pull it off the counter. I pull it closer to me, and I just leave it
Now-
there, setting.
But can somebody tell me where this thing came from?
Well, you're the one that was here when it happened. Did it just appear
Well,
magically somehow?
it just. I mean, I was tending bars, and people were coming and going, and this thing just appeared appeared 5 feet on the table and dropped onto the table and freaked everybody out. I lost some
So
good
you're saying
customers.
He wasn't a patron then.
The octopus? No.
Yes.
It just
Okay.
kind of appeared there. I looked away. I was talking to some guy, and I looked away, and then it was there. And then
Understandable.
people ran out.
Have you had problem with this before?
No, I mean I'm not a fan of all the wizards coming into town. They tend to not hold their drinks well.
Well, do you know of a wizard that would not like you very much?
Personally, no.
Oh, okay.
I mean
Well,
they
that's the
just
end of my
they
line.
just like I mean they come in here, they order drinks, or some they have a drink that might be too strong. They one drink and they're already wasted. You know how it is.
Gotcha. Have you had any wizards in recently?
A few. Go ahead and give. Let's for the record. Give me who's talking.
Me,
Uh-huh.
Darius.
Darius.
I mean, a lot of us are, but I was the one just.
Go ahead and give me a. Let's do a persuasion check, and since multiple people are talking, give it to me with advantage.
Okay, persuasion D20, right?
That's a D20 plus your.
Fuck! Another 4. Alright, let me get my. It's plus. What? Sorry?
Like it doesn't matter.
Well, I plus 2 won't do anything, so.
No. Jesus, guys, you're worst of
Christ.
worst of all, and you're the
I
new guy.
know.
You're the new guy at this. I hope this doesn't dissuade you.
No! Just makes it funnier.
No, we had some guys come. There's some, a lot of people come in and out. We had one kid earlier that ordered a drink and he was too young, and a couple of wizards come in, have a drink, and pass out, but nothing like this before.
Okay.
Maris is gonna like slam half his drink that he has,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's gonna get up and start walking back around towards the back side of the bar.
While he does that, I'm gonna pat the owner on the back and kind of turn him around the other way. See if
Okay, that's fine. So he
No,
is reasonably distracted. He's
I'm
he's
not
kind of
gonna-
looking at the octopus, trying to figure out what the hell he's gonna do with it.
I kind of point him towards there because
Okay.
since he's already occupied, I'll be like, "Man, look at this mess."
All right.
Would he notice me then walking behind him towards the back room at all? Or do I need a deception or a stealth roll on that?
Is he behind the bar?
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll. We'll see, seeing as you guys are rolling so wonderfully.
Pull that up. Wait, come on. Give me my stealth. That's a 9.
Well, you actually beat me.
Woo!
So he's
Woohoo!
he's focused on trying to think of what to do with the octopus.
Perfect. I'm just gonna like
Oh shit.
flip around.
He's like,
behind him.
I can't cook that. I mean, I don't know what the. I've never prepared octopus. How do you prepare octopus? I mean, I don't know what to do with that.
Do you know a like a shelter you could donate it to, my friend?
An octopus.
Well, while
Here-
this is all going on,
We're nowhere near the
Devour-
ocean.
I meant like homeless people, but yeah.
I failed to point out that Galena is landlocked. You're not on an ocean.
Jesus.
So
that makes
this
it way
this
weirder.
is particularly unusual. Some of you have never actually seen an octopus.
That's actually really helpful. I kind of thought we were like
Okay.
a dock town.
Yeah, I didn't specify that. I should have.
so while this is all going on, Devour is going to reach down and grab one of the tentacles and just take a bite out of it.
It's a little warmer than usual, but it's as octopuses go. I don't know if you've ever had octopus.
It's
It's all right.
octopus.
It's all right. It's actually pretty good. I have, but yeah, it's actually pretty good.
And Inara's
Devour.
just gonna look at Devour. Just Devour, we talked about this.
She's going to
It's a
look.
conversation.
She's going to look at Inara and just with this big toothy grin and take another bite.
Out of character, it kind of seems like we got two separate friend groups that just so happen to be working together. Is that kind of the thing we're going for?
Eh,
Kinda
give it
I'm
time.
cool
Give
with
it. Give it
yeah.
time.
Gotcha. Don't get
Okay,
me wrong, I'm saying we all work good. But I was just
So
saying,
Maris, what are you doing?
While Devour is eating octopus,
Okay.
I'm going to very casually, like I'm still facing everybody else to make sure nobody sees this. As I like pop the door open and I slip.
It's a
into the
it's a
back.
s- it's a swing door, so it does. It's
Oh,
not
is
like
it?
a latching door.
Does it
and-
swing in or does it swing out?
It swings both ways. It's
Perfect. I'm gonna swing it in so that I'm like
okay.
as quietly and nonchalant as I can,
Okay.
just into the door.
It is a kitchen.
Whoo! Might go back and ask for that octopus real quick. No, I'd like to do an investigation roll. See
Okay.
if I find just
Go right ahead. Go
anything-
right ahead.
Anything off? Yeah, no, that's not happening with a natural 1.
Jesus Christ.
God
for
damn.
fuck's sake.
Oh my
Plus two
God.
with that thing.
At least it's not just me.
It's a
And
kitchen.
Inara,
It's a kitchen.
It's a kitchen.
All right.
It's a nice kitchen. It looks fairly well stocked, but it's a kitchen.
Then Maris, in a very horrible way, is just going to walk around like he's actually looking at stuff.
Okay.
If there's like a piece of food just sitting out, might grab it and snag it in his mouth, and then I come back out.
It's a very light kitchen. It doesn't deal with foodstuffs, at least nothing that's out in the open.
Well, even just like
Um,
if there's like just something
Sure.
sitting,
Yeah, there's loose scraps
Like an olive
lying
or
around.
something.
Yeah, there's stuff around.
pop it in my mouth, kind of casually, and walk back out.
So by now at this point, members of the City Watch, the armed guys, 2 of them have now entered the bar, and are basically staring at the octopus.
Inara's just
I-
gonna look at Devour and watch her eat this.
I
And she's
don't
gonna
have
say,
I don't have icons for them. So, and they're like,
If you have, like dogs, that'd be nice.
what the hell is that?
Maris is gonna lean against the bar, like making sure that now the bartender knows he's back there and he got around him, and just like gives them shit. And he's like, "You guys took long enough. We already dealt with this. If you could get it out of here for us, that'd be great."
What the hell is that thing?
Well, it's an
It's an
octopus.
octopus.
Real
Devour is just going to look up and say,
Tasty.
We look
You
like
heard the woman.
Okay.
crazy people.
Yes, I'm
Alright,
sure that it is.
alright, alright,
but
we'll-
just don't touch it
we'll-
when I touch.
Freaking wizards. All right. We'll deal with the situation here. We got a report of some crazy guy at the library. Can you guys just deal with that?
Gotcha.
All
I
right.
don't go to the library frequently, but I don't know why I'm there, so I'll be there.
Okay. Just we'll deal with this, and we'll manage it with the owner.
Question: can you point us in the direction of the library? Also,
They give you verbal directions what streets to take to get to the library. It's a couple of blocks.
thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Before we leave, I just want to make sure the 2 gold I had sitting on the bar is still there. I did not pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Noted. That's a lot of money for drinks, but okay.
It sure as hell is.
Oh, good tip.
All right. And it might help him repair the octopus that wrecked his bar.
That was kind of the
Yeah.
goal there.
Couple
Okay.
cheers.
All right.
Maris did
That's
break a
actually the
chair
chair
with
that-
Yeah,
his
you did get
face.
greeted by a chair. All
The
right.
chair I broke with my face. I'm replacing that.
Okay. All right. So you guys doing anything else here?
Once we're told to go to the library, I'm jumping over the bar again, and I'm straight out. No
Yeah.
stopping.
Okay.
I'm pretty much out the door. I give the owner a bit of a wave and a goodbye, and I'm
I
Okay.
blow him a kiss on my way out.
out.
Inara, anything further?
She's just gonna like move, try to move Devour away from the octopus. Like, we have to go. Come on.
As Devour's being pushed away, she keeps a tentacle with her, and she's just like it's a massive sub. But she's gonna go willingly.
Okay.
2 gold foot long.
On the walk, can I ask Devour for like just a small bite?
She holds it out and offers.
I go full savage and I just take like a bite out of it while it's still in your hand.
Okay. It tastes like octopus.
Never,
Raw
never had
octopus
that
is
bad.
actually the way it's served usually. So
Right.
yeah.
I go, hey, can
A
I
little more
also
cooked
take a
than I
bite?
like, but
That sounds pretty good. Is it like super bloody? Just curiosity.
No, they usually don't bleed much. At least not the tentacles.
Ah, I'll leave it be.
it's
I mean, the
just kinda
thing's full.
rubbery.
The body is usually full of ink. But the tentacles themselves, no, not really.
Gotcha.
It's a Spanish delicacy that I've had many times before.
We're
Nice.
learning about octopus anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, D&D taught me something new.
Yeah. All right. So it's a few blocks to the library, and as you approach it, you can see in a distance. You can see the library entrance, and you can see a guy. There's this old guy dressed in a robe, with the very typical wizard's hat, if you will. That's like darting back and forth between people, like and shouting and saying stuff, and I mean, you're still a good ways away, but you can see him darting.
When we get close enough, Maris wants to like. You said he's like, as in darting, like walking back and forth, almost like a pace. No, you're good.
Yeah,
Is
that's
he
it.
like pacing back and forth?
Yeah, he's like trying to flag people down, and he's like saying something to them. This is at a distance. You're still
Right.
a good ways away, and some people are kind of running away from him because he's kind of freaking them out.
When we get close enough, I want to like walk in step behind him, like I'm his shadow.
Okay. Well, as you approach,
Oh,
now, what languages does everybody speak?
Oh, let me check. I speak a weird ass. I speak Abyssal,
Okay.
Celestial, and
That's
Common.
all I needed to know.
Gotcha.
Common and infernal.
Draconic. I
As-
guess I speak 4.
As you approach, the guy like catches your eye and heads straight forward, straight to you, Maris.
I throw my arms out for a hug.
And
And, like, I greet him like I know him.
he says, he like screams out, "What is happening to me?" He says it in Abyssal.
Oh, I know that one.
So I wouldn't understand that then.
I think the tieflings understand that. I think that's pretty much it.
Infernal
Abyssal?
is-
No, we speak Infernal.
Oh, somebody speaks Abyssal. Who speaks Abyssal?
Darius does. I learned
Okay.
it in school.
All right. As rangers do, I guess. All right.
It was
So,
electric.
He chose
Maris, you
to.
do not understand what he's saying. Darius does catch that.
What
I
did he say?
still greet him with a big hug. I'm ready for it.
All right.
What
He's,
did he
no,
say?
he doesn't.
I
He doesn't.
honestly forget.
He's like, what is What is happening to me?
Okay, gotcha.
But it's in perfect abyssal.
Do
So
I notice that it's a different language?
You do not understand a word he's saying.
But I don't understand it. But do I know it's a different language? Like I can recognize that it's a language.
Uh,
Like if I'm an English speaker only and somebody spoke Spanish, I know that's a language, but I have no idea what they're saying.
you can. I'll allow it. You can assume it's a language.
So I kind of take a step forward towards the wizard, and I say in abyssal. I'm like, what do you mean?
He gives you this puzzled look. He's like,
So
what are you saying? In abyssal.
okay, yeah.
Can I cast comprehend languages
You can.
and just I'll cast it so I can be a part of this conversation.
Okay.
So I re-ask.
So now
but
you
in
understand.
common-
You understand him.
Yes.
Yeah. I re-ask in common. I'm like, what do you mean?
What is happening to me? Every word
Yeah,
he says is abyssal.
Gotcha.
But you get the sense that he understood what you just said.
Okay. I ask, do you understand what I'm saying? To clarify.
In common,
Yeah, in common.
he answers yes in abyssal.
Okay. All right. So I tell him, you're speaking abyssal right now. Do you not know that?
How?
Oh,
I'd like to know that too, but are you
Yeah.
okay?
Besides me speaking a language I don't know?
Yeah,
Yes?
can you try to speak common?
I
real fast?
am speaking common.
But you're not. That's the thing.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay. I turn to Maris. I'm like, Maris, come on. Let's regroup real quick. Let's talk to the rest
Yeah,
of the
and
crew.
I turn around immediately to Anara and I'm like, this guy's speaking languages and he doesn't know it.
To clarify, he's speaking perfect abyssal.
Yes.
I know a little bit. Well, I'm
Any
saying this,
ideas?
but he only understands common.
Well, that seems like a problem.
It
Um,
does.
Something that I am not equipped to fix at the moment. However, I think maybe he might be cursed.
Okay. So I turn around. Well, I guess we all can talk to him. I'll just translate for him. So if you guys have any questions for him, I'll tell you what he's saying.
Oh shit,
And
there.
Maris-
You gotta help me.
He says, you gotta help me.
Yes.
Did you anger anybody?
No, I was in the library reading a book, and then
Is there somewhere like around to sit? Like if I were to like move him out of the crowd.
I suppose you can find a bench or something.
And then
Yeah,
just
I
from
want to
now,
like move us out of the way of everybody, just so it's like he's out of the situation of chaos.
and from now on, just when David speaks, just act as if I'm translating for him too.
Okay. And yeah, anything I say will be in abyssal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until further notice.
Gotcha.
He's like, I don't know what's happening to me. I was in the library, I was doing some research, and then as soon as somebody asked me a question, I spoke, and this happened.
What were you reading?
It's just some research, some arcane research I was doing.
I lean over to Devour and just whisper, he was definitely looking at porn.
No. Research.
And I wink at Devour.
I look at everyone in the group, including our wizard friend. I go, I don't know much about magic, pretty much at all. However, well, not however. Do you guys know of any possible curse that a book could maybe have that would cause this?
Can I make an Arcana check?
You can try.
I can try.
Maris just shrugs and says, reading's quite a curse. It draws you in, those character developments, it's just...
That's 11.
Okay. You haven't specifically heard of anything like this? You've heard of, similar spells that could, alter someone's speech, like tongues or whatnot. But this is reasonably new one to you.
I was just gonna sit there, kind of like, and like with her brow furrowed, kind of like looking at the ground. She's like, "No, not that I've noticed or heard of or seen."
All right, Mr. Wizard friend. Could I see the books that you were reading?
They're in the library.
Could you
I
take
turn
me to
and
them?
go. The minute he says they're in the library, I turn and walk into the library.
Okay. All right.
Man of action. I'm gone.
So
No little words.
come on. So library.
We do see it a little bit.
I
I'm
see part of
assuming
the
it's like the
library.
entrance.
Okay. So who's going first?
Maris, I'll follow him pretty
Okay.
much shortly after.
Let me just.
Should we
throw
make
the-
sure the guy comes with us?
Yeah, someone drag him
Uh,
along.
I don't have a mark. I don't have a marker for the guy.
We'll just say he's with us.
Yeah, it's just.
Devour will grab him and just bring him along.
Well, I
Okay.
asked him to take us to the book, so I'm assuming he's showing me where he is.
Oh yeah, if he's leading.
Why
the way,
isn't
then.
why is my Leah not? Oh God, bloody hell! All right, hold on. I'm still.
Well, they're out of the map.
Hold on, no, because I'm in reveal mode and I can't move anybody. So. Shit.
Gotcha.
Hold on.
Oh, the outside has been
Yeah.
revealed.
There's a bush.
Hey,
There's
I'm
two
there.
bushes.
There, all right.
Hello.
So, this looks like a very small library. Modest. And actually, I might have a marker for the wizard. Let me see. Do I have a marker for the wizard? Yeah, I have a marker for the wizard. Let's see if this works. Okay. You see that?
Wizard, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna
Is
make
there-
myself just like a step ahead of everybody, just so I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there like a
in case there's
perception
more
check?
flying chairs, I want to take.
Well, let me finish the description. So it's
Gotcha.
a modest library, and you could see to your left and to the right on these tables, each table has a guy dressed in robes that appears to be sound asleep.
Oh.
They're like head desks right on the books.
Okay. So I asked the wizard, I'm like, were these guys already asleep or is this a new thing?
No, but it happens.
Okay.
Study can be quite boring.
Alright. So
for
can you
those that-
show us could
It's-
you show us where the books are?
It's in the back.
Could you lead the way or
So
I
as
sure
he as he starts to move to about here. Let me.
I'm gonna follow him.
Well, okay. Well, hold on.
I'll move. No
So-
worries.
As you guys move to about there,
Yeah.
you guys can see these bookshelves are about 6 feet high.
Oh, is that the wall right here that's like covering?
What? The
Like,
bookshelf,
right
bookshelf
over
directly in front of you. There's a bookshelf
Gotcha.
directly in front of you. It's not a full
Okay.
wall. The
Yeah.
roof is about 10 feet high. The bookshelves are about 6.
Gotcha.
A little more than 6. But what you see is hovering right above the bookshelf, about a foot off the top of the bookshelf, is a book.
I told you reading was cursed.
Now, the book is flapping like a bird,
Oh.
and it's just hovering there. And I'm gonna need to do some dice here. Hold on, bear with me a second.
Oh, shoot.
And now I got my wife texting me. 5, 11, 14, 19, 22. I don't have a pen. Okay, 22. So, Maris, how many hit points do you have?
Bastard.
Maris, how many hit points do you have?
5.
Darius, how many hit points do you have?
Hit points 12.
17,
That chair took enough.
10.
I have an armor class of 14.
Okay. So the wizard and Darius,
Oh.
you guys, you see the book flutter for a second, and both of you immediately fall asleep.
I'm gone. Bye. Bye, guys.
Do I notice this?
Well, they basically drop like a stone, so yes, you do notice
Oh.
it.
I'm gonna be quick on the draw, and I start feeling for like a pulse on Darius. I'm like motioning towards the other two to come up and like help. I don't know. I'm like fight or flight mode already.
all right.
Or is Marius the one that's out?
They are both out. Maris and the guy you brought in are out.
So Darius is not out.
Darius is not out.
Never mind.
Oh,
Cancel
I'm
everything
up.
I just said.
I'm awake. I do what he said. I feel his pulse. And I wave at the other two to come over real quick.
They are conscious. I mean, they are not dead.
Alive.
They are not injured. They are just asleep.
All right. So I'm assuming it's because they saw the book.
Could be.
Could be. So I'm gonna, with my big brain magic, I'm gonna cover Maris's eyes and pull him back one spot.
Will
Pull
this
him back
work?
a couple feet.
Oh, damn it. Okay. So what? You dragging him back?
Yeah, like right about here,
Okay.
and see what happens. One of my hands over his eyes.
He's still unconscious.
I go, dang it! I thought that was gonna work.
And the book is just flattering there in you know, a foot off
So
the
I
top of
turn
the
to
bookshelf.
our magic friend. I ask for some help.
I don't know what's going on. But I don't think that book is, normal. But that's not entirely a secret.
Yeah.
Can I make an Arcana check? I've magic like this before.
Go ahead.
That is okay. 21.
What was that?
21.
Oh, okay. You have you have heard and seen animated objects before. You usually haven't seen them fly. As far as the effect on the two people that fell unconscious, it looks remarkably like a sleep effect, like a sleep spell. With a 20 plus, I'll give you that.
So looks like the book is casting magic somehow. I don't really know what to do. Devour, what do you think?
Devour, is grabbing a javelin. Kill bird.
Okay.
Real quick, I point at Devour. I go, Devour, how strong are you?
Devour flexes.
I'm like, Devour, can you smack Maris real quick and see if it wakes him up?
She, I guess, walks over and just boots him.
Okay.
Fucking curse him. Holy shit.
Shaking vigorously would have been enough.
No.
He has to hit, so she hit.
Second time Maris kicking some face damage.
You want to do an attack roll for this?
Do you want me to?
No, not really.
All right, then it'll just be.
Okay.
It'll be like a light kick. She doesn't want to hurt him.
so a light kick. All right. Okay. So Maris is now awake.
Oh my god!
And lying on his back.
What happened?
You died.
Somebody touch me?
Nap time.
So
Then I just kinda
Maris,
go
you're
back
lying on the ground. You can see the other old guy is lying on the ground as well.
Did he drug me?
And Devour is like
to-
towering over you.
Were there drugs involved? Was it alcohol? Am I okay?
I think alcohol poisoning.
You were not injured. It's not other than the boot to the side. No, you did not take any damage. You were just.
No, that was like in character, like trying to figure out
Oh, okay.
what happened to me, why I fell asleep, as I'm laying here staring at Devour
Devour
Wait.
will just point to the bird book.
I slowly set up to look at the book.
Okay. The book. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. As you're looking at the book, another book just like materializes into thin air right next to it.
Shit, they're multiplying.
I cast Eldritch Blast at the one on the left, like our left.
Okay. On the map left.
So on map it would be right.
Okay.
This one right there where I'm now.
Okay.
Do I need to roll to hit that?
Yeah, you kind of do.
And as he's doing that, I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the other one.
Okay.
23.
23. The Eldritch Blast basically strikes it, and it discorporates almost immediately.
Reading
I rolled a
dangerous.
9.
9 total.
Yeah.
Okay. You just missed the. You just missed the book. You fire a bolt wide into the rafters.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to this wizard and I'm gonna fucking smack him and see if he wakes up.
He wakes up like a shot. He's like, what? Ooh,
I kind of like, in
what?
his shockedness, I'm gonna like shake him and be like, "Do you know what's happening?
I mean, what? I was reading.
What were you reading?
Just books.
Were you reading that?" I point up at the book that's like flying around still.
He kind of like freezes it. I'm like, no.
I go,
What is that?
that thing has been. It caused the wizard on the ground to be asleep. You see him?
Is he dead?
I don't know. My friend wasn't, so I'm thinking he's not.
I roll over and just nudge the dude on the ground. Like, I'm not smacking him. I'm just kind of like nicely trying to wake him up. Like, hey, buddy. Hello?
Okay. It takes some effort, but he does eventually come to, and he is still speaking in Abyssal. What happened? What? How did I? What?
You and I had a crazy time, dude. That's all I'm telling you. And I start getting back up.
All right.
I tell the wizard, I'm like, see, this weird wizard is speaking Abyssal for some reason, but he doesn't understand.
I don't know what he's saying.
Exactly, that's the point.
Well, what do I know about this?
You're a wizard.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know either.
I need to go.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
All right.
It was nice meeting you.
All right. So this wizard exits.
I wave and blow him a kiss on his way out.
All right. He does not acknowledge your presence.
They usually don't.
All
I
right.
think I smacked him a little too hard, guys.
While this is going on, Devour is just going to nudge Inara and like just say, "Rock, help."
What?
I can't help you there.
I believe
Rock.
she wants you to use the stone.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I guess so. I pick up the stone and I just like, hey, there's a flying book in the library. We don't know what's going on. Can you send help? Thanks.
How many
Okay.
words is that?
We are the professionals in this industry. That's all I'm saying.
We almost got killed by an octopus. Can you guys come help us?
Darius responds, "A book? Just you're calling me for a book? Just
We can't.
deal with it."
We can't explain our situation because that would be 2 times in one day, right?
Yeah, we don't want to waste any.
Yeah,
This is your first. This is your first use. You haven't used it
I'm
before.
going to cast the cantrip message and reply to him saying, yes, a flying book. It's casting magic. It's making people fall asleep, possibly making people speak Abyssal.
What's the range on message?
Um,
Oops. I just-
It's a good distance, isn't it? No, sending's what I'm.
oh, whoops. Maybe not. I can't do that, maybe.
I don't have that handy.
Hold on, it is The range is 120 feet.
Okay, yeah, he's
No,
not. He's
never
not,
mind.
he's
I
not
don't. Yeah, sorry.
So I turn into Nara and ask her, "Could you gently wake up that wizard and see if he's more helpful?"
I
point
just
to
walk
one of
over
the
to him and like poke his cheek until he wakes up.
Okay. It takes some effort, but he does wake up. He's in the same situation. And basically, as he's like, what happened? Oh, I must have dozed off or something. As he says that, the book emits a bolt of fire that hits the candelabra that's in the center of the table, and basically immediately immolates all 3 candles on it.
Oh,
And this guy basically just falls out of his chair. And
Keep
he's
your
like, he's
hand
like,
out the
what the
window.
hell is that?
That, my sir, is a candelabra on fire.
No. I mean that. He points
That
at
would
the.
be a book.
I'm gonna try casting Firebolt on it again.
Okay.
That's a 21.
That definitely hits.
What is Firebolt? D10.
D10.
That's a 6.
Okay. It is vulnerable. So basically, your fireball hits it dead on, and it's just immediately consumed in flames.
oh.
And it just you basically vaporize the book.
So I'm gonna try and then go over here.
Okay.
And then sneak along the wall.
Okay. Now, as you round the corner and you can see further down the hallway, slow down. Stop moving.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not moving any
Okay.
further.
Why can't I? Bloody hell. There is another book right about there
Oh.
that is hovering about 3 feet off the ground.
I turn to yell to the.
How many hit points you
comrades.
have?
Oh, 12.
You are asleep. Basically, as soon as you see the thing, you basically fall asleep.
So I just.
Do
I
we
just fall
see
right
him?
backwards.
Wow.
He's like, you see him like slowly, and you see him slowly inch around the bookshelf, and then just drop.
I slowly make my way over. Like, I get up to the bookshelf like here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I creep along the corner,
Okay.
and I don't peek over yet, and I start motioning towards Anara and Devour to come like squat up. Like, I got my fist up like we're SWAT team going in.
We're the shitty soul.
Devour will follow suit.
Okay. This wizard basically runs out the door.
I blow him a kiss on his way out, but I'm silent about it this time.
This guy, the wizard that is, he kind of staggers to his feet and begins to basically walk backwards towards the exit.
I blow him another kiss on the way out.
So if is anybody stopping him?
Is he, like, walking out backwards, like he's like scared backwards, or like
Yes, scared backwards.
Okay. Then yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I let him.
So he exits. All right.
And then it's just us in here now.
Yep.
I'm gonna reach around. Can I get Darius by like the collar or something? Like not coming like almost like Medusa sort of. Like I'm making sure I don't look at the book and I drag him back
Okay.
over to us.
Okay. You can do that.
Perfect. I'm gonna drag him like right there in front of me.
He's kind of a heavyweight, but yeah, you can.
What?
You can drag him around.
I
He's still
lightly
unconscious.
Smack him across.
All right. He is now awake and lying on his back.
I shoot up and I'm like, what?
What'd you do, bud?
What do you mean?
What'd you do?
I think I don't know. I saw a book.
I'm telling you, reading is cursed. And I turn to the other two and I'm like, any plans?
Devour just grabs a javelin and kill bird.
You can try.
Any objections?
I don't think I
Nope.
can attack this thing. I have a bow and arrow. I need to kind of look at it to shoot it.
Well, if nobody's objecting, then she's going to walk over there
Okay.
and if nothing else is happening to her, she's going to that javelin.
There's nothing happening yet. So if you want to fire a javelin, you're welcome to.
For sure.
Yeet.
And that is a 15.
That does hit.
Do I
Damage.
1d6. 8 damage.
Okay. So you basically hit it dead on, and you basically spike through the book and nail it to the ground.
Did you get it?
And she just extends a thumbs up and starts walking towards to collect her
Atta girl, and I
javelin.
get up and I start like clapping, like I'm cheering her on as I follow behind her.
I just like clap.
Okay.
Can
So-
I move over to here?
To where? Okay.
You're right there. Like as if I'm going over to the other side to start like peeking.
Okay. You can.
Devour will be wandering downwards to collect her javelin.
When I look, can I look at like the ground for shadows? That way it's like I can see the room, but I'm not looking high.
Okay. I suppose.
Alright.
But you guys are killing me.
In a good way or a bad way?
I think I'm about to go to sleep again, guys.
And yeah, you basically catch sight of another book around the corner, and you immediately
And I
go
go,
to
"Oh,"
sleep.
and I fall back.
You do not make it in time. You basically fall where you stand. That's the greatness of the sleep spell. No save.
Inara is just gonna like try to drag him backwards a little bit,
Damn it.
and then she's just gonna like put him across the face, and it makes a very dainty like.
Hold on. I'm trying to. There we go. Whoops.
You know,
Nope.
the DM says-
Just bear with me while I'm revealing stuff.
No worries.
This. Okay. What are you saying?
Oh, I said Inara's gonna try to like pull him a little bit further away, and then she's gonna slap him, and it's gonna make a very like dainty like across his face.
Okay. It takes you significantly more effort.
Yes. Since I have
Um, but you basically, with all your movement, you can manage to drag him around the corner.
Okay.
I'm awake, but I just lay there.
Okay.
She just kind of stares down at him. Can you stop?
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna just stay here. Let me know if you guys need me.
Okay. Guys that are rounding Devour, as you're rounding on the right side, you can just catch a
Okay.
glimpse of the table at the far end. I'm assuming you can see this.
Yep.
And you can also catch sight of what appears to be another guy that's asleep at the table.
All right.
I place
She's
a
gonna-
hand on Power's shoulder, just as they like, I'm behind you.
She looks over and just nods and continues going down toward her javelin. And I assume the book is still there.
The book is. Oh, actually, hold on. Where the hell is it? Shit. I hit the wrong thing. Okay. So let's reveal this whole thing at this point. So the book has moved slightly. And as you round the corner of it, it doesn't put you to sleep, but let me see, how do I do this? So as soon as you catch sight of it, it basically flutters a little more, and you suddenly find yourself and everything in the area, like I'd say about that much area, coated in grease.
Oh,
Ew.
Now I'm gonna need deck saves from both of you.
oh shoot. Oh, come back, computer.
11.
Who was that?
That was an 11 for Devour.
Okay, Maris. Oops.
15, 16.
Maris, you managed to keep your footing.
Oh,
Darius, you are now prone. and it's really hard to plant your feet in this crap.
I just
And like everything is coated in grease. The bookshelves, the ground, the wood, it's sinking into the wood floor, and it's
Ooh.
just on the tables, on the chair, everything.
I lean over Devour and just ask quiet, like not like whisper, but just quietly, like, "Are you okay?"
She'll just and keep trying to get up.
Take that as a maybe, and I try to help her up.
Okay. It takes her some effort. You can stand up, but if you do attempt to move while in this, I'm gonna need another deck save.
All right.
Oh.
She's gonna just try to get her footing for now and
Okay.
hold.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna call out into the library for Inara and Darius. Be like, "Where are you guys at?
He fell asleep again.
I'm just laying down now. Here, quietly.
You guys want to meet us on the other side?
Like by us or?
Follow the sound of my voice," and I just start making like bird noises.
I look up since I'm laying down. I look up to Inara. I'm like, "Do you want to go, or do like I have to go?"
I mean, I would greatly appreciate it if you went first.
You already dropped twice. 2.5
Yeah.
almost. You almost dropped the first time.
I did. All right. I kind of take my sword and I use it to help stand myself up. And I'm like, all right, let's get going.
Okay.
The whole time I'm just going, "Call! Call!"
So where are you going exactly?
I'm gonna head over to like right here and just like peek to look for Maris and
Okay.
Devour.
You can see them, and everything in the surrounding area is covered in grease.
I'm like, Maris, what the hell did you do?
Don't ask me what happened this time. I have no excuses.
I turned to Nora. I'm like, that it is disgusting in there.
She just
Why can't
peeks around the corner and sees the grease, and she just goes, "Yeah, that's not normal."
Yeah, like I'm wearing my guns right now. I don't want to ruin these.
Mr. DM, do I notice this like curve right here of like bookshelves going that way?
Yes.
I would like, if I can, backtrack to here
Okay.
and then step over this way.
Okay. I'm gonna need a deck save for your movement out of the grease.
19 plus 1 is 20.
Okay. So you managed to kind of like waddle through it, and then you're around the corner.
Do I notice anything?
Besides the one book, there is nothing else visible. And you do see the two guys. You see the one guy and the other guy. They're both sound asleep at their tables.
Do I notice that book flying?
Yes. This is the lone book remaining. And the book fires a bolt in your general direction.
Ah! Well, I
And
fart in its general direction.
what's your AC?
12?
Okay. I missed by 1.
Oh! I return
So
back
it
with
just misses. It hits the bookshelf behind you. And now the bookshelf is on fire.
Oh, more fire. Yeah, can I take like a step forward away from the fire and throw my Eldritch Blast?
Sure.
Cool. So I'm gonna step there, and then it's a 17 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Awesome. We are doing. Oh, that's everywhere. 7 points of damage.
Okay, you knock off a few pages of it,
Oh,
but it's still just barely keeping itself together.
guys, I'm
Devour
finding
is
a book
going
again.
to.
What was
Devour
that?
is going to try to huck a javelin at it again,
Okay.
and that is a 7 to hit.
No.
Cool.
So you basically throw a javelin, and it basically stabs the chair at the far table.
I turn to Inara. I'm like, I'm not going in there first this time.
Oh, wait a minute! I just realized.
Well,
The grease as he hits the Eldritch Blast, the grease dissipates.
Oh.
And I don't know how to get rid of the... Ooh, no, I don't want to do that. I don't know how to get rid of that square, so just pretend that square's not there.
Okay.
Goodbye, Square.
Square.
The grease is gone, but the bookshelf is still on fire.
Gotcha. The red square is fire.
Yes.
And she's just gonna. Do you think you could give me a hand up for something? And she just like points to the bookshelf, that's just a little bit above her, and I'd just like to peek over.
All
Okay.
right, so it's like 6 foot tall, you said?
Give or take.
Yeah.
All right. I'm 6 feet. So,
You can
How?
easily get her. I mean,
yeah.
you could help her completely over the thing, I would suppose.
I take a knee and cup my hands. I'm like, all right, take a step.
Okay, she's gonna step up, and can she see over the top of it now?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna fire a firebolt at the book.
Okay.
God, I hope this doesn't catch anything on fire. That's an 8.
This is the second place where I'm going to get burned down.
Just, just so yeah. So your firebolt, you're like a little uneasy with your positioning because you basically have like 1 foot in midair, and you're just not able to aim it correctly.
Okay.
Is anybody
Alright.
else? Oh, that's pretty much all of you at this point. So
Well,
Let
I'm
me see
taking
what-
a knee, so I can't do much.
let me see what this thing's gonna do.
Nothing.
We're not in initiative, though, right?
No, I'm just going back and forth. All you guys act, and then the
Gotcha.
book acts.
Just like a free time, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm usually very loose about this.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it's gonna do. Okay, let's do that. So the book turns to this wizard that was asleep. It like comes to about there. And a very small arc of lightning comes out of the book and strikes the wizard. And
Oof.
the wizard basically immediately jumps out of his seat and then collapses.
Do I
So,
see this from where I'm at?
Who?
Maris?
The
Yes.
Tiefling.
Yes, you do.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna follow that up with another Eldritch Blast.
All right.
And just, like, I'm screaming, like, this is in the name of that random dude, and I just yeet.
In the name of NPC number 3, let's. All right.
That's a 16.
That definitely hits.
I love Eldritch Blast. That's a 10. Plus
Yeah.
1, 11.
Okay, so you basically you obliterate the book. All
And
right.
like Kobe Bryant just with the dust. Like,
So the library now falls silent.
So while I'm holding her up, I kind of look. I'm like, I just heard Maris yell that. Where'd the wizard go?
So while this is going on, Devour is going to rush up to this guy and just like nudge him and see if he's alive.
He's alive. Apparently, the damage he took was not lethal. But he's not looking particularly well.
is the bookshelf behind me still on fire?
Yes, it is.
I'd like to cast Thaumaturgy and just like
Okay.
yeet that fire out with some random air.
Okay. That will be enough. It hasn't had the chance to expand much. So okay.
Be gone, fire!
All right.
I'm gonna daintily step down and like go around and try to find Devour. I'm
Okay.
gonna step down
Alright.
and I'm gonna come around here. What?
So as you
Anything
guys are kind of regaining your senses, the original wizard, the guy that only spoke Abyssal, comes back in, and he appears to be speaking Common now.
I point at him. I'm like, hey, it's you again.
He's like, "Oh, thank God for that. What do you guys know what happened?"
I fell asleep twice. That's what happened.
Well, libraries do that. I mean, what happened to me?
Maris yells over the bookshelf and is like, hey, is that the guy?
Yeah, it's the guy.
I come around the bookshelves now.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, guy.
But what causes? Books just don't animate themselves.
I don't know. These ones did.
And I just kind of like point at him confused. I'm like, you're the wizard. You should know more about this than we do.
Well, I was. It's got to be somebody doing this. I mean, I was just sitting here. There were, there was a couple of teenagers reading some books and making a lot of racket, and they were told to leave, and then next thing I know, I'm speaking in a friggin' foreign language.
How old were these teenagers? Hang on a second. I turned to Maris.
Yep.
I'm like, you know what's a little common about this?
Those teens that are showing up, isn't it?
Those teens, the underage drinkers at that bar.
Well, underage drinking does result to some bad things.
Apparently, octopus. What results in
Flying books.
and flying books that make me fall asleep.
I point to the wizard who came back in, and I'm like, there are 2 other wizards back here. If you want to come ask them if they saw anything. And I just turn around and walk back towards Anara and Devour.
Okay.
I'll just.
Well, why don't you ask them? Why do I have to ask them?
I'm already gone. I don't even hear
Okay.
him.
he's like standing. He's like standing here talking to himself. He's like, what?
Very much, I want it to be like selfish that he has to either follow us to figure out more, or he's just gonna like leave us.
he like comes with with you guys, and he's looking at this one wizard that's like injured and singed and doesn't know what the hell happened, and the other wizard is still asleep face down on whatever it is he was reading, and he's
I'm
like,
gonna go over to the far one and wake him up.
okay, he's the same thing. He was like reading a book, and then he just fell asleep.
I think we learned a life lesson here that books are bullshit.
I'm gonna examine what he was reading.
It seems to be just some arcane text, some historical, history or arcana, or some general book. Nothing extraordinary.
I pick it up and I look to Devour and I said, "Yep, porn right here."
Devour has no idea about what you're talking. She assumes she needs to giggle, so she just lets out a.
And a girl, and I set it back down. Or I toss it over my shoulder back onto the table.
Okay.
Like,
So can I
really
can I
don't-
try and persuade the wizard into paying us? I go, listen here, buddy, we fixed your problem. How about you lend us some little cash money?
It's not my job to pay you.
It's not my job to help you.
That's what the council pays you. You're supposed to maintain order, fix this stuff, find out what the hell happened. I'm the victim here.
Listen,
Well,
dude,
Darius is
I
talking to
protect
him.
this city, and I get paid a minimum wage.
Well, I mean, talk to your boss. I mean, I don't come
You know what
begging
happened
me
last
for
time
money.
someone
I'm not gonna
talked to our
start paying
boss?
you.
You wanna know what happened last time someone talked to our boss? That person's dead. That's what happened.
it was me. And I raised my
Inara's
hand.
gonna look to Devour and she's like, "Can you please pick him up? We're leaving."
Devour's gonna do just that.
I'm
Alright.
about to
Wait,
get
who is
carried
Devour
out.
picking up? Are you picking up Darius?
Sure.
You can hear somebody coming in through the front entrance. None of you can
I'm
see.
gonna make my way over towards Anara, like behind her right here. Just like try to have a sidebar about thoughts.
You can hear from the front entrance, "Hello!"
I go, I'm gonna continue this in a second, old man.
The,
I
vo-
kinda-
the voices do sound familiar.
I peek. I walk up right here and peek.
It's the same 2 City Watch guys from the tavern.
I start my bird coop.
He's like,
again.
"Oh,
Caw! Caw!
what now?"
There were
Books,
flying
this time.
books.
I fell asleep twice. You listen here, son. He's like 10 years older than me, I assume.
What are you doing sleeping on the job? Just
It was the books.
books?
I'm pointing at him while I say this. I was like, it was those damn books.
Books?
Yes.
What books?
We blew them up, so I can't show you. but they were books and they were flying.
There's still bits and pieces of books. You didn't like. They didn't completely decimate them. Like
You see
the
these
one that you
scraps?
javelined is still mostly intact.
There's a one with a javelin in it. Go
Yeah.
check that one out.
It's
While they're doing that, can I whisper over to Anara and just kind of like, do you have any thought on this? Like, any expertise beyond what we're getting? Because this is kind of sketchy.
It's possible that somebody could be trying to sabotage the entire event. Maybe because they're unhappy about it or something like that. Not very many people around here seem to be very trustful of wizards, it seems.
While they're talking, I'm ranting at the soldiers. I'm like, there's books and teenagers. I'm telling you,
teenagers.
both books and teenagers.
What do you
They're
mean
screwing
books
us
and
over. Like
teenagers? What?
octopuses.
And look, just report back to the headquarters, and just we'll. Is there anything that we need to clean up here?
I'll go.
Is there
I'll
some
see
dead
you at
animal in the back?
headquarters.
Some strange dead animal in the back that we're gonna have to carve up?
There's
I
a
step up and I'm
wizard
like,
that
no,
got
but there's some
electrocuted.
wizard porn back there, and I make my way out of the library.
Okay.
I go.
Devour
I'll see you at
follows.
headquarters, and I walk out.
All right. Just report to headquarters.
Aye, aye, Captain. I blow to the
As
kids on my way
Inara
out.
passes the guard, she's just going to be like, there is somebody injured back there, but I think they're fine.
Okay.
the
We'll
worst
we'll
volunteers.
we'll take care of it.
Darius
we
has
get-
the key. Volunteer.
Can we take a 2-second break so I can run to the bathroom?
Yeah. It was
Good idea.
Well, this is good time for break.
Yeah, I figured. I thought we were done with the library, so I was like, I was gonna try and ask.
Okay.
I'll be 2 seconds.
All right.
I'll be back as well.
I guess I'll fall asleep. This is a good time.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna pause recording for a second. So.
Perfect.
I like suddenly
We'll
felt
be
like I
back.
was going to throw up.